That's the number one thing that's breaking Will down. Like, I actually had a disagreement, not really, I mean, kind of a disagreement right before hopping on here with someone on Facebook, and they said that, oh, Will Smith isn't broken down. That's BS.
Yes,
he has an open marriage.
Yes,
I was like, he's fucking mentally broken.
Okay, so I am going to give. Like, it's so interesting that this happened because you and I had a long conversation just chilling on fuck, what was that? On Saturday? Yeah, on Saturday. And we talked on a lot about the stuff that we're kind of getting into here.
I know we should have did a podcast that night.
I know, it was brilliant. But here's the thing. So I have it's not really controversial, but it is in today's day and age. Classy.
That was bad.
That was good. I've got a theory, and I'm pretty sure it's correct about open relationships. I think it always benefits women.
I know where you're going with this.
It doesn't benefit women, but in the immediate, there's a perceived benefit. It's in the woman's favor. Actually, it's always in the woman's favor, and the guy never wins. Ever. Because here's essentially what's going on here. And if you disagree with me, go ahead and tell me I'm nuts, but I'm telling you, it doesn't make sense any other way. And I know there's a bunch of poly couples out there that are like, oh, I love it when my wife is happy. It's like, dude, I'm going to break this down for you. If she's looking for other dick, then she don't fucking love you. I'm sorry. She doesn't.
Either that, or she has a serious imbalance of hormones, because some women are just crazy and then some aren't. It's just how the hormones roll. Now, I'm not saying to refute your oh my gosh, I can't talk right now.
The vast majority.
I'm still thinking of the slap. But no, like, yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't work.
It had a nice stud to it.
Dude, you can hear it wasn't like a slap. It was more like a hit.
Yeah. Well,
he palmed it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's almost not even a slap. It's almost just an open-handed palm strike, but because of the angle,
yeah,
it could be construed as a slap.
I think Chris Rock kind of went with it too, though.
He didn't go with it as far as he could have, though, because he did. Like, a lot of people are like, I think it's fake. I'm like, if that was fake,
that's what a big thing is right now. That's what everybody's trying to.
If that was fake, Chris Rock deserved the Oscar, because when you see a slap coming, you just kind of normally roll with it. But his face didn't move that much. Like, it moved, but it was because Will moved it.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm calling legit on that. But back to the open relationship thing, because here's the unfortunate truth about it all. It's like, let's take somebody like Will Smith, for example. Will Smith 10 years ago, when he was at his, I would say, peak, Will Smith could walk into any bar in America, and it's not a guarantee that he would see, like, if he's just looking for a one-night thing.
Oh, easily.
Well, not necessarily. And, like, in a balance of probabilities, Will Smith probably. Will Smith's a bad example. Just a normal, everyday guy. Like, even a guy who's got his shit together, goes to the gym regularly.
No.
Like, probably not. On a balance of probabilities.
You don't have celebrity status.
But that's only one thing. There are still women out there who find Will Smith repulsive. For whatever reason.
It's like, how do you hate the Fresh Prince? Just kidding.
I know.
I don't even hate him after this. Like, everybody's all wanting to cancel him. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, I don't want to cancel. I want to help him.
Exactly, because he's hurt.
I want him to get his balls back.
He needs to get him off our shelf.
Well, so here's the thing. You can take, I'd wager to say even an ugly chick, but let's be generous. A mediocre girl who's like, she's not ugly, she's not obese, she's decent looking. Put her in a cute top and some tight jeans. She could walk into any bar in America and be like, hey, boys, I'm looking to go home with somebody tonight. There will be a fucking line for me. Hands down, every time.
But you switch to genders.
Precisely. So that's my point, though. When you have an open relationship, the guy, even if he's a good-looking dude,
Yep.
he still has to, like,
He's
just
gotta,
from a
he's
numbers,
gotta work harder than she does.
he's got to work harder. Which, thankfully, though, women tend to be much more sexually selective than men, which is kind of how the whole human race works. Because if that wasn't the case, there'd be like 2 dudes impregnating all the girls. So thankfully, women are more sexually selective than men are. But that being said,
dirty animals.
if that's true, how the hell is an open relationship to a guy's benefit? Unless he is like top 1% celebrity, super stud with just a fuck ton of money and a boat, and a fucking Bugatti, and
it also could just be like, it started out as in, hey, you find someone, I'll find someone, and we don't do nothing until we find our people, and then they date people on the side, because that's generally what open relationships are. It's not really like, like, oh, they're just going out to find strange. Generally, it's because they have another relationship that they're in, and then that's how that works.
But no, and I've asked, explain to me how that's a good long-term strategy.
Oh, no. I mean,
it's not.
When you're a celebrity, they live in different worlds, and the funny thing is about this is the real world seeped into the Oscars last night. It seeped into the Oscars because in the real world, that's something that would happen if somebody's fucked up, mentally, from exactly what you're talking about, what they're going through, and they act like they're a prime participant, but they don't want to participate. They just want that person. But then, of course, you have people acting out.
All I'm saying, and I suspect this is how it started for Jada and Will. I've known a couple of guys who have somehow, some way found themselves in an open relationship style, and every single time except for one that I can think of, and it just hasn't happened yet, it's been like they started out and it's been like, oh yeah, man, this is going to be great, and then not even a year later, in every case except for the one that I can think of and you know who I'm talking about, the one that hasn't ended yet. Mm-hmm. They always, like, the relationship crumbles because the girl finds another guy that she likes more. And here's the thing, like, that could happen anyway. She could just break up with them. But in an open relationship, she gets to have her cake and eat it too.
I agree with what you're saying, but I think some women, and we're just going to stick to what I know you're talking about. Some women have a kink to where they get off by not necessarily sleeping with other men, but just by like them entertaining her. It's
the attention.
Exactly, and it's fucked up. But
so here's what you do: if that's legitimate, like you just like the attention and you don't want to fuck other dudes, start an OnlyFans with your guy, and then at least he's getting paid. I mean, at the end of the day, like if you're not about sleeping with other dudes, but you like the attention, just come up to your guy and be like, look, here's the deal. I love you. You love me. But there's this thing I'm into. But I figured out a way where I can get what I want and you can get some money.
I'm starting an OnlyFans next week.